Hello, my name is Brian. Uh, I live in AFC House in Michigan, which means AFC stands for Adult Foster Care. It's a house where people with disabilities live with care and things done for them. Like they usually get Social Security, disability, and they pay pretty much all of it except for maybe $40 to the landlord, and the landlord at an AFC will, in return, provide meals, a bed, and a place to stay, uh, and, room and board, basically. That usually includes internet, but not a phone. How I afford a phone is a mystery to me. I just moved here in April, and it's kind of new getting used to the situation. I'm laying down right now. This is just a preliminary testing to see if I could talk for a long period of time. The thing about myself is that I'm constantly a mystery to myself. I think there's a cloud of ignorance that comes with being mentally ill, where like you were mentally sane at one point in my case, and you became mentally ill, and where do the two lives intersect, and where do your cognitive ability to take care of yourself, where does that struggle? Um, I'm trying to smile. I'm sorry. This vlog is kind of sedated, but I'm a sedated person these days. I find breathing difficult even, and walking. Like I'm physically able to walk long distances, and often surprise people with the amount of distance I could travel with walking, but that's neither here nor there in the fact that I'm tired a lot of the time. I'm very tired. Today I had coffee, and I had gone 3 days without coffee, and I had coffee for the first time today, and that boosted my morale, boosted my concentration, really helped me feel better, but didn't really wake me up very well. It's a difficulty that we struggle with my diagnosis. I'll show you a little bit where I am. It's a basement. Of my AFC home. I have ideas. I would like to learn how to video edit. So this will be a learning process for me, making this series of videos. Maybe I can post them to YouTube as I go along, and then eventually I will make a coherent whole out of it by video editing. That would be interesting for me if I could learn how to do that. I would like to help my mother with her podcast. I thought it would be interesting to go on her podcast and talk about the issues that I struggle with, and perhaps with a doctor or caseworker to talk about it with me. I find in this field, both men and women, this is not against men or women per se, it's just there's a type of reaction to dealing with my type of person in which the person in authority gets very like they speak to me like they're addressing me as they're a congressman and I'm sitting in judgment of them. It's hard to explain, but it's very annoying, and I find it happens more and more as I get older. People will explain things to me like they're going through a legal document, even though they're not reading off anything. My hand's shaking. That's a side effect of meds. My old doctor, Dr. M, did this, and my someone here does that to me. Discusses things and like I'm gonna be suing them or something, and I don't know if that's I might be complaining about something, but the fact is, the matter is, I don't plan on suing them or doing anything like that. But it still makes me feel like I'm not really a person. And I'm sorry, you guys, for getting in on a downer, but I'm just trying to talk here for as long as I can and see how it goes. My diagnosis is schizoaffective bipolar. I've also been diagnosed before with borderline personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, and things of that nature. CMH just goes by schizoaffective bipolar, though, because those are the documented situations that they can say, okay, he was manic here, okay, he was delusional here, so that's schizoaffective bipolar. Borderline personality disorder, schizoid personality disorder, the doctors don't really care so much because it's not a behaviorist. The doctors here are more focused on my behavior than anything, and there's no behavior to schizoid or borderline personality disorder that can't be treated as schizoaffective bipolar disorder. So that's the information I have so far. What I like to do on a regular basis is I like to listen to audiobooks. I love the audiobook version of Lord of the Rings. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I can't remember it, but he did it. He's English. I think his name is English. But he did such a good job of reading those books that I love listening to it over and over again, starting with the Fellowship of the Ring and reading all 3 books, listening to them. I have a problem listening to Wheel of Time, which was my favorite series, which is this tattoo right here, is a Wheel of Time tattoo. Was my favorite series, and I've read it over 20 times, but until recently, it just didn't have that flavor of what I liked because the names were never pronounced the same or correctly, and half the time, and they just they did a pish-posh version of the audiobook. I thought, even though it has a lot of fans, I thought the actress who does the Rosamund Pike, who took the job of re-recording the audiobooks, I thought her version of Eye of the World was very good. And I'm trying to get into it, but I've just read that book like maybe 50 times. If I've read the series 20 times, I read that book like 50 times, right? Because it's the first book in the series, and how many times have I started it without finishing it? Okay. So, as I said before, I would like to start helping my mother with her podcast. Should I shave? Should I not shave? That's a question that plagues me. It's like I look good shaved or unshaved, but as a big man, it's a question I ask myself. And another thing is I need to quit smoking for 30 days. No nicotine, no gum, no nicotine lozenge, nothing nicotine supplemented for 30 days before I can get scheduled for a consultation to do bariatric surgery. So that's another goal I'm working on. And with that, I will exit out till the next video. This is Brian signing out. Signing out.